So that'll be good. Steve Ramsay, our special guest today. He and Carla are going to be competing in the Yukon River Quest. It's today's Norman Sportsline program. It's the Yukon River Quest. It's an annual marathon canoe and kayak race. And Steve, people come from all over the world to take part in this. And are you if you know the answer to this, are you the first Flin Flotters to compete in this?
I believe so. Yeah, there was I think a few years back there was an entry that had a person from Denair Beach and I think Sturgeon Landing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first two people from Flin Flon, it must be nice that you are, of course, a husband and wife team, which makes it that much more special.
Yeah, it's there's all different categories in the race here, and there happens to be, of the 69 teams that are entered, 7 fit into the category that Carla and I are in, which is a mixed C2, so that means like we're in a canoe as a mixed couple, right?
Now, we were talking as the song was playing, we were ready to go on the air today, and like the word marathon really is a big part of this because you're going to start at noon Pacific time tomorrow, and you expect to be done on Saturday, you were telling me?
Yeah, the race covers from Whitehorse to Dawson City is, it's over 700 kilometers, just over. Wow. I think they have it pegged at 444 miles. And it's pretty aggressive because you do go through the night, being that it's daylight here, it's fine to do that. So, yeah, if we start at noon tomorrow Pacific time, we'll have a stop about 27 hours in for us. We expect to have a 7-hour mandatory stop in Carmacks, which is about the halfway point, and then we're allowed to go from there on to Dawson City. So our target would be to finish in Dawson City Saturday, 10 o'clock, maybe noon, something like that.
How do you go about training for an event like this?
Yeah, training for us was maybe a bit of a challenge because I work away from High River. I'm on the road, so weekends we paddled every chance we got. A lot of gym time, watching diet really close. Kind of the neat thing with this though is that it's low impact, and people can be quite successful at any age. You know, there's paddlers here well into their 60s that do just fine. So as long as you get I think a decent amount of aerobic activity and some strength training, then you should be pretty good to go.
What made you decide you wanted to give this a go?
Well, Carla and I have always enjoyed time on the water and paddling, and this year is our 25th anniversary, and we were just looking for something that would be a bit of a challenge, kind of, force a lifestyle change. And we come across this, and the more that we read about it online and looked into it, the more excited we got. So this is probably going back about a year and a half till we made our minds up that this was something that we could take on. And, it's one of those things, like, the last 6 months we've been training hard, working hard, and it seems like the day will never come. And now here we are, and we're just a few hours away from hitting the start line. So,
are you a little bit nervous?
Oh, yeah, definitely nervous. But a good thing yesterday was we were able to get out on the river and have a practice paddle. There's the folks here treat you really good, and one of the local businesses, what they do is they arrange to have a pickup for you about 20K down. So we were able to get on the water. A little different for us. We're used to being on the lakes, and we got on the river, and we had a really good run. And that feels better, right? So that's one thing out of the way. Still a ways to go. We got rules meetings this afternoon. We've got we had our boat inspections done, like quite a few things out of the way. But so this afternoon, a couple more tasks to do, and then try and get us some rest and feel fresh tomorrow, I guess, is what's next.
Yeah, I mean, because you were telling me too, and I think I actually read this online myself, that you're paddling into the evenings. Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, our first shot through is we're estimating our time at about 27 to 28 hours till we get our first official rest. At one point, we've got them, on our maps and our GPS, we've marked one location where after we cross Lake LaBarge, which will be probably one of the biggest early tests for us. Once we get across the lake, we hope to get out. We'll stretch a bit, change into some night clothes, put some warmer things on, because it could be down to maybe 3 or 4 degrees through the evening.
Wow!
And then away we go. So,
what do you get if you win?
Right through the night.
What do you get if you win this thing?
Well, we're definitely not in it for the money. Carla and I, some teams here are what you'd consider elite teams, and they'll be going for some cash. Maybe there's a couple $1,000 available for them. At the end of our efforts, Carla and I would be proud to get a pin for finishing. That's about what we expect out of this. It's but other, it's really just an accomplishment for us.
Yeah, and like you said, not everybody can do this, and there's teams that are coming. Like this isn't just people from Canada. This is people from all over the world. My understanding are going to be taking part in it.
That's right, Rob. There's with 69 teams, I believe we're up to 180 some paddlers.
Wow.
And that's because there's 14 Voyager teams that have 6 to 8 people in, some solos, so it's mixed up that way. But yeah, 13 different countries will be represented at this race. Most of the teams come and the boats are here, the canoes, kayaks, whatever, and they're rented here. Carla and I did a little bit different. We brought ours up from southern Alberta with us.
Well, listen, I appreciate you taking time out to join us here today, and certainly I want to wish you the best of luck in taking on this big feat tomorrow.
Well, hey, I really appreciate you having me on, Robin. And can I just mention, too, is that if anybody's interested, you can actually follow the race almost live. If you go to Yukon River Quest, if you Google that, there's a page for the race, and there's a race tracker in the tab in the top right. Click on that, and all the teams are there. We're Team 46. We'd be... if you want to follow, that's click on Team 46, and starting at 2 o'clock in Flin Flon tomorrow, you'll track us going down the river.
So there you have it. It's as simple as going to Yukon River Quest.
You got it, yeah.
And I think that's good information. I'm sure there's people who are going to be very, very interested to see how you make out. Steve, thank you very much for this, and again, good luck tomorrow.
Hey, thanks for having me on, Rob. I really appreciate it.